I figured I'd make a more updated climbing progression video, especially during COVID. I've been climbing a lot over the last year, but wanted to share some of the more memorable climbs.
You can get the V5 with no strength at all. Outdoor, indoor, outdoor, and indoor. It's all technique, right? Technique the whole way. Strength is like easy to develop. Technique is not. Like learning to trust feet like that. That's like foot technique, and that's like if you don't train to do that in the beginning. Yep. Come on, Derek. Come on, boy.
Step on that left foot. It's good.
Mega feet.
Nice.
Mega. Nice. Pretty good. Time. Enjoy it. Watch your feet. There's like one right next to your right next to your left knee in front of it.
Right here?
Underneath, right in front of your left knee. Yeah. That's it.
Nice.
Good. Nice, guys. Woo! Nice.
Ow!
Oh, God. Nice, dude.
So during COVID, once the gyms fully shut down, my cousin actually ended up building a wall. So we ended up putting a wall together so that we can still practice, just because we miss climbing so much.
Nice.
Come on, Derek.
Fuck you. Oh, you're not out of the
Come on, Derek.
You useless piece of shit. You're old.
But it's a V5 that everybody can work on. If you feel the hold, have you tried it yet? Nope. Try it.
That's all I receive.
Don't ever be scared of the grade. The grades don't really matter. Come on, Derek. Come on. Keep going.
Cheers to the current girlfriend.
Come on. Come on, Derek. Oh, so good.
It's sad that that's just the halfway point, but definitely a fun project I want to finish. And then this one is Saddle Traverse, which is a V4 in Black Mountain, and this is currently the project that I want to send the most, just because it's a beautiful climb. I don't know what else to say.
Nice. Nice.
So this next climb was my first send, official send in Red Rocks in Las Vegas. The climb is called Poker Chip, and it's a V1, like a ret climb, where basically you're just heel hooking and climbing your way up and then topping it out.
just feels super funky, you know.
Yeah.
During my first progression video that I made, you know, I talked about how climbing has been a really good way for me to, you know, work on losing weight and getting back in shape and everything. I was pleasantly surprised at getting quite a few comments about how that's been helping motivate other people, and that, you know, other people are also trying to do the same. So I actually figured that I wanted to show kind of a before and after shot. It's a little bit embarrassing, but at the same time, again, if it helps motivate others, then it's worth the embarrassment. So most of my weight loss started from weightlifting and then just dieting, and then eventually I stopped dieting and it just turned into intermittent fasting, and then a lot of climbing. So at my heaviest on the left, I was 245 pounds, versus on the right, I was around 203. So all of that mostly was just from climbing and fasting. So this next climb, I think, was a V4 from Planet Granite in Fountain Valley. This happened to be my flash attempt. The finish of this climb is that top right orange hold that's kind of around the corner. You just have to match your hands there versus topping it out. This next climb was, I believe, another V4 flash at Planet Granite. But one thing I really liked about this climb was watching it back after climbing it helped me to really realize, you know, focusing on my footwork has started to pay off. And just like as I climb more and more, I'm realizing how natural the movement feels. So like over here when I cross over, I just naturally did a heel hook and didn't think twice about it to help me stay on the wall. So this next climb was a blue tag climb at Hangar 18 Orange, and I didn't end up finishing it. I basically got one move from the finish, but it was a really good climb for me to work on, you know, especially being mostly overhand. But I ended up pulling my left hamstring on this climb pretty bad, which kind of took me out from climbing for about 2 months. Meaning I was still climbing, but I wasn't climbing at my max grade for a while, just because my left leg was pretty jacked up. So this next climb was at Long Beach Rising on their large 45-degree wall. It was a good climb. It was actually the first time I figured out how to use a bicycle, which is when you do like a toe hook and then also push down on the hold with your other foot. But yeah, no, it was a fun climb, and then the commentary was pretty funny.
That make it look extra beefy. You're gonna have my commentary in there too. You could mute me if you want.
Nice, dude.
Oh yeah, they're like third or fourth now. Yeah. It's definitely going on your Tinder.
This next climb was actually a V5 flash at Hangar 18 Mission Viejo, which is my original home gym. So it was really nice to go back there and climb and, you know, basically go there from barely doing 2s and 3s to now being able to go in flash 5s. It felt really good. So this next climb was at LA Boulders, or Lab, which is one of the Touchstone gyms. This is actually one of the gyms I climb at most now, but this was a really fun V5. Yeah, it was a V5 like slabbish rep climb.
Me too.
So here's my first official V6 climb at LA Boulders. The climb looked really cool only because the finish hold is the Death Star. So this next move over here is probably the crux, I would say. And I'm going to actually put a video over because it was kind of the same move from Spiral Traverse in Stony Point. Pretty much you have to hug the wall and slowly shift your weight over and sag your body to the right to be able to hit this move.
You got it, you got it. Okay, it's easy from there. You're good.
For the record, it was easier from this point on, but it wasn't easy. That was my cousin Justin saying it was easy, by the way, and he actually didn't finish this part yet, so I don't know why you're saying it was easy, bro. You can't really see it very well from this angle, but that hold that I'm holding on to, yeah, it looks like the Death Star from Star Wars.
Higher, higher, right there, yep. Pull up.
So I'm going to fast forward through this next section only because it takes me a while to figure out the next move and it's kind of boring to watch me problem solve. But you know, I think the other reason is because I was freaking exhausted by the time I got to this point, but I was determined to finish the climb. So ultimately what I realized was I had to get my right leg onto the right handhold, but I had to figure out a way to reposition my body so that I can open up my hips and get my right leg on there. You're gonna see me pat my thigh in a little bit, and that was because I put some extra chalk there so I can chalk up my hands without having to carry a chalk bag because I didn't want the extra weight to throw me off when I was doing that earlier hard move where I had to like hug the wall. But yeah, here he goes.
Yeah.
Took an hour, but I got it.
So here's a V5 slot climb at LA Boulders. This was actually just from last week. The main reason why I wanted to share this video is because this was the first session of climbing after 2 months where I actually felt like I was back at 100%. Pretty much one of the earlier climbs I pulled my hamstring and it kind of took me out for 2 months. So this is kind of the first return session where I actually felt strong again. So here's 3 Pigs at Stony Point. This is actually the warm-up boulder that we typically climb at Stony Point. 3 Pigs used to be a V0, but I don't know what it is now because someone broke the starting foothold. It definitely feels like it made the climb a little bit harder, but I don't know, how that affects the grade or anything.
Nice, dude.
So there's a guy that was like this guy.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Here's a bonus of my buddy George climbing Tour de France in Black Mountain. It's a V10 sit start.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away.
Yes.
Just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But but there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them.
Come on, George. Yes.
I looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box
Come on, George.
just for wishes
You.
and
You.
dreams that had never come true,